Bugsnax is one of those games where you look at it and go, I can't see this being all that good. And it really is so easy to fall into that trap of underestimating this game and therefore shunning it. But underneath its bright and childish exterior is a truly dark secret. But before we start, why not leave this video a like, and if you're new here then click the subscribe button so you don't miss an upload. I'm a bit late talking about this game. I downloaded it back when it was free and played the first few levels, and I thought it was a bit weird and left it at that. It wasn't until recently when I went back and realised just how much more layered it can be. Not only is it this wacky fun puzzle game that has you capturing and collecting Bugsnax, but also has a story that kinda leaves you guessing. Now when I say that, I don't mean that it's going to be completely thought provoking. It won't leave you awake at night wondering why there's an island where food and insects are one and the same, but it does make you want to continue down that road to see what's going on. You play as a journalist who's on their last chance to keep their job. You're sent to an island which you're led to believe holds a phenomenon called, you guessed it, Bugsnax. Your flying boat thing gets topsided by a huge monster and you're left to fend for yourself. It is then you're introduced to your first character, Philbo, who trains you in the art of catching Bugsnax and feeding it to other people. And from there on out, that's what you do. Mainly every mission and side mission asks you to find new Bugsnax and to feed them to your fellow Grumpus neighbours, but don't try eating them yourself because your character is allergic to Bugsnax and will throw up. In which you end up
guiding others to a treasure I cannot possess.
Every area you discover and every cave you explore, you'll come across new Bugsnax with a different way of catching them. Some might need cooling down, some might need warming up, some might just need a bonk on the head to daze them. But the game welcomes players' own ingenuity and lets them explore their own ways of catching Bugsnax. Kinda. Even though every Bugsnax is coded to be caught in a specific way, when you finally put the pieces together and find out how to capture it, it instills the player with a sense of achievement. I mean, there was a few times where I thought my plan was too convoluted to actually work, and then it did. The only real sense of combat in the game is when you come across a Bugsnax that gets a bit hostile when you get too close to them. That might be setting you on fire or absolutely launching you across a level. Don't worry too much because you can't die in this game, you don't even take full damage. You can take as many hits as you want from a bunga, or get burnt 1,000 times from a score pepper, and your man won't even seem bothered. No mountain is high enough that you can't jump off it without getting back up again.
So what you're saying is, I'm indestructible.
The other time that you'll be in combat is when you fight the kaiju bosses. Each one is a result of finishing all the side missions for one of the villagers. They require the same kind of thinking as any other Bugsnax but on a larger scale. All of them have a weakness and it's just the case of exploiting it until it's dead. To be honest, I think it's a good incentive to complete all the side missions.
Ancient Bugsnax, can you hear me?
I'm going to put a quick spoiler alert here because there's a trophy I need to talk about which involves details of the final mission. So if you want to continue watching without the end being spoiled for you, then I've put a time on the screen which you can skip to now. The final level is when the game takes a massive turn. It's revealed that the cute little animal food things that you've been feeding everyone this entire time are actually parasites that are forming a symbiotic attachment to them and slowly turn them into Bugsnax as well. In fact, the whole island is made out of Bugsnax. Also, a quick note, you might want to take this time to take a snapshot of the snack squatch here, try saying that 10 times in a row, because I couldn't find another opportunity to, and this was the only place I could find him. After the big reveal, you're made to protect your friends from invading Bugsnax, but if they get too close then your mates will start eating them because they just can't help themselves. And if they do eat too many, they'll make the transformation between being alive to not being alive. Luckily there is a solution to this problem. One being you actually being good at the game and stopping your friends from eating themselves into a literal food coma, or you can complete everyone's side missions which somehow then makes them invulnerable. I'm telling you this because you need every single Grumpus alive at the end of the game to get the trophy. Don't worry if you do fail though, because this game does that thing that some games do when they reverse time before the final battle so that you can still explore the game, after the fact that it's finished. From this point you can still collect Bugsnax and do side missions until you're ready to do the last mission again. At this point I still had quite a few Bugsnax to collect and a couple of miscellaneous trophies to do, one of which was find the secrets in the lava cave, which was a lot easier than I was anticipating. I was able to collect all the Bugsnax with no problem apart from 2, and for the life of me I couldn't find them. And it was the only time I had to resort to googling what I had to do for this game, and it turns out that both of them are stupidly specific with what you have to do to find them. The first one was to ring a triangle on the beach to summon the Bugsnax from the water, and then the second one really pissed me off. Because it can only be found when it's raining, and for some reason, it just wouldn't rain. If it ever rains in your game, then you run to this area and you catch it, because you never know when you'll get the opportunity again. I spent so much time trying to catch this one. I kept sleeping to see if I could trigger a weather change. Didn't work. I tried literally waiting outside the cave and hoping it would rain. Didn't work. But it did waste a lot of my time. And it wasn't until I looked in the journal to see that there's a weather forecast for the day in the corner. So I kept sleeping, waking up, checking the diary, seeing if it would rain that day, and if it did, I'd go to that area and just wait for it to rain. Did that sound tedious? Because it was. And the fact is, I wasn't even happy when I caught the last Bugsnax, because I was just so annoyed at how long it took me to get it. Apart from the Bugsnax, the only other collectibles are these tapes that you can watch to uncover the secrets of a missing person. And it was here that I heard something that made me feel... I don't really know how it made me feel.
Stop squirming around or I'll have to restrain you.
Take a bill? Not while the camera's on.
Up until now I thought this game was just made for kids, but there are sneaky little lines in there that make you question who this game's actually aimed for.
Well, yes, I just thought that we were roommates with benefits.
One of the big tasks that you have to do for a trophy is to fully transform every single Grumpus in the village. And as much as I find catching different Bugsnax fun, I just couldn't be bothered to catch any of the ones that included setup and work. I used a little method where I went through one of the starting areas and collected all the snack pods, and once I'd get all the snack pods, I'd exit the area and then re-enter so the snack pods would respawn. I'd capture them again, and I'd keep repeating that over and over until I filled up my inventory. I chose the snack pods because they're the easiest to catch. After that I kept force feeding everyone packets of potato chips until everyone was fully transformed.
Oh.
Overall, I think if you're quick enough to get this game for free on PlayStation Plus, then it's definitely worth you giving this game a go. It's creative, it's funny, and it gives a new meaning to the phrase, you are what you eat. As far as getting the Platinum Trophy goes, I'd say it's an easy time if you enjoy going around catching things in a puzzle-like manner. I can imagine it feeling quite repetitive if you don't get into it properly, but if you do try to get the Platinum, then you won't have much trouble at all. Altogether, it took me 12 hours to get the Platinum Trophy for Bugsnax. And with another Platinum down, I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, then give the video a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Snapshot of the snack squatch, snapshot of the snack squatch, snapshot of the snack...